Governor Hochul, thank you. As I said to you privately, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you here to honor our MTA colleagues for their roles in responding to the April 12th shooting. Even with all the training that employees undergo, you can't begin to appreciate what it's like to experience something like this horrific and tragic incident until it happens. But these brave transit workers stepped up like they always do, like you did through COVID, as I said, like you always do, to take care of New Yorkers and to take care of each other. Some are longtime employees, like DCSM Sheila Hudson, who's been with the MTA for 36 years. Where are you, Sheila? Or train conductor Raven Haynes, who I got to know a little bit, who's just got 2 years on the job. Raven, where are you? Our colleagues are the best in the business, the best. They represent the best of New York. It's their hard work that keeps the system running all day in and day out, rain or snow, all conditions. As I said, during a pandemic, they are the heart and soul of the MTA. We thank them. We thank them every day, but especially today, for your service and your dedication. Governor.
Thank you. Good morning. Since Jano pointed out I was the first sitting governor, I also wanted to see if I'd be the first standing governor, too. That's why I thought I'd come over here. And this is an honor for me, first of all, to our MTA board. It's not always easy. Sometimes you agree to do something, you're not quite sure what you're getting into. And there are certainly slings and arrows in all of our lines of work, but you show up every day as well. And I thank you for your commitment to ensuring the finest transportation system on this planet that is occurring right here because of your leadership, and of course the great leadership of Jano Lieber, who I am in awe of every single day. You know, the responsibility that he has and the way he approaches his enormous duties. I'm really proud of you. Proud to have you at my side. So to Jano Lieber and Craig Cipriano, I want to thank him for being the interim president of the New York City Transit. Let's always get rid of the word interim. I don't like interim words. I didn't like that with you. I don't like that. Also, Sarah Meyer, our chief customer officer from the MTA. Thank you. Demetrius Critchlow, I want to thank him for his work on the subways. Just rode in on the 5 train. It was great. Everybody had their mask on. I could tell they were smiling to have the privilege to wear the mask. I somehow picked up on this vibe. They all seemed really happy to be there. It was phenomenal. It was just a reminder of this is an incredible system, and it works so well. And also our representatives from TW 100. Tony Utano couldn't be here today, but I want to thank Richard Davis, the chief of staff, for being here as well. So, but today is not about us. It's about the individuals who are here. The individuals who, as Jano mentioned, started out their normal days, thinking it was going to be just an ordinary Tuesday. And you have titles like supervisor, train operators, conductor, cleaner, manager. While you had those titles when you woke up, by the end of the day, you also had a new title. And that was our hero. You were our heroes. And none of you went into this profession in search of that, I guarantee it. But simply by having the resiliency, the courage to keep doing what you do every day, but on this extraordinary day, you showed true grit and courage like only New Yorkers can. And that is why we come here, to show appreciation for what you had to endure, the images that you saw and experienced, I'm sure are seared in your minds. No one ever expects to see bloodstained platforms or people on the ground with wounds. That was not what you expected. But you reacted like professionals, and you made us all so very proud. And I can't tell you what that means to be the governor of a state with workers like you who just make us all shine. The entire state, 20 million New Yorkers, are proud of what you've accomplished. And you had your own risks. You took a risk to your own safety. You didn't know if there were others. You didn't know what you were heading into. Just like a firefighter goes into a line of fire, you did your jobs beautifully. And for that, we are so grateful. And you kept calm. You helped terrified New Yorkers in search of leadership at that time when they're like, who do we turn to? You showed up and you helped them as well. And that just warms my heart. And we're forever grateful, for the aid you provided to passengers and working with the investigators in the response to make sure that the crime scene wasn't disturbed. This person was on the loose. We didn't know what else he was capable of doing when you have a heart so depraved that you would shoot children on their way to school, children that I spent the evening with their parents and saw the fear in their eyes and consoled them sometimes through interpreters. It was a painful day on many ends, but all I know is I didn't have to worry about the role you played. That was never in question. It was incredible. And I'll also say that our riders who we cherish deserve to have not just exceptional public servants like yourselves at the helm, they also deserve a riding experience free from fear. And that is what we are committed to do. This board, this city, this state, this leadership, to ensure that the public is not just feeling safe, but they are safe. And that is our commitment, that we go forth, knowing that we have you as part of our army to protect our riders, to get them there safely, but also to send a message who those who dare violate the safety and security of our riders. You've gone too far. You've picked a fight you don't want to have, and we're ready for you. And working with the mayor and his commitment to send even more resources so there are more police officers on platforms and in trains, and our work with our law enforcement, and the synergy that was not there in the past that I tell you is there today. This collaboration, this no boundaries and titles and jurisdictions, we're all in this together. And so we're going to continue making sure we address the issue with respect to individuals who should not be living on a subway or in a station. They deserve better. They deserve the sanctity of a good, safe roof over their heads as well. So I'm committed and have been recommitted since I stood with Mayor Adams on his first week on the job. Stood in the subway and said, we're going to get these teams out there, these professional, mental health professionals, to help lift these people up and help them heal and get a different opportunity in life and not to be there. But also for those who feel they can just bring weapons onto our trains and terrorize people. No longer. No longer. We're going to protect the people that we're charged with protecting. And it started months ago, but it's continuing with a reminder of what happened this past Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays ago, and we are even more committed. So we know how critically important the MTA is. It's the lifeline of our city. I enjoy taking and talk about potholes when I travel the whole state. I didn't feel any potholes. It was nice and smooth ride down. It was great. It was nice, very nice. But I also want to think about other opportunities unrelated to this event. But while I'm here, I also want to talk about the rethinking of the air train. Okay. What are our options? We're going to need real leadership between the MTA and the Port Authority and the governor's office, and we'll get that done. And I also just want to remind them we convened an expert panel. They're now engaged, as I've asked them to be, engaged with the community, getting the best ideas. There's ideas they came up with, but what does the community want? This is their mode of transportation. We need to look at the 14 options, everything from direct connections from the subway, bus options, a ferry option, all kinds of exciting things. But in the meantime, every once in a while I peruse at the newspapers, saw a rather enlightened editorial, Daily News, and they suggested that we make the fares on the Q70 train free. Bus. I thought that made a lot of sense, that the Q70 bus could be this interim means to let people know that this is a good way to get from the airport to the next station 10 minutes away. So when there's ideas that are out there that make sense to us, we're not going to debate it and study it and think about it for a long time. I'm a person of action. And fortunately, I have people of action around me who will say, yes, let's get that done. So I'll be looking for continued support for this. And I'm saying we're approaching May. Let's get it done on May 1st. So starting May 1st, the fares on the Q70 bus will be suspended while we're going through our process of alternative means with the air train. So let's just give people a little bit of good news here today as well. So I wanted to make that announcement while I was here with you. But at this point, it is time to recognize the people that I know don't feel like they're heroes, but I'm sorry, you are to us. You are to us and your families and your community. And we're so indebted for what you did on that day 2 weeks ago. Thank you.
All right, first up today is train operator from the N train at the center of it, David Artis. Next up is Mr. Artis' partner that day, the conductor, Raven Haynes. Train operator of an R train was a station away. This is Joseph Frankie. His partner, the conductor, Dayron Williams. Now several employees who rushed into the danger zone that day, the General Superintendent, Niall McGuire. Train service supervisor, Gilbert Rosado. Conductor, Jose Martinez. The line superintendent who grabbed colleagues and rushed in to assist, Mark Wolodarski. The district customer service manager responsible for the 36th Street station, Sheila Hudson, was there that day. The Group Station Manager, Rolando Hernandez. Group Station Manager, Louis Landfair. Group Station Superintendent, Shante Adams. Cleaners who were at the station or responded to the station. First, Angel Okendo. Cleaner Charlene Gardner. A train service supervisor who stopped another train from entering the danger zone, Peter Stone. From the Digital Communications Unit that informed hundreds of thousands of passengers what was happening with the trains and the stations, Tanya Brand-Jones. Also from the Digital Communications Unit, Annie Mae Morrison. Also from the Digital Communications Unit, the manager who oversaw not only mass communications, but 5,500 individual communications with regular passengers, Tyler Scow. And those are your honorees, everybody.